Hello everyone, welcome once again to Frema Shows. Today we are going to make palmnut soup, okay? I'm going to teach you a healthy and delicious way to make palmnut soup. Now, for our palmnut soup, I have my meat which is pre-washed in my pot. I have dry fish, this is dry fish right here. This is fresh one ball onion. I'm going to use it to steam with the meat as well. Then we'll blend it later on with fresh tomatoes, and this is precursor right there. So the meat is pre-washed and ready to be used. Now, whenever you want to make soup, make sure you use natural ingredients. Okay, we are here in Ghana. It's easy to get whatever you want, so use the natural ingredients. I have 5 balls of pepper. I have 1 tablespoon of grove. That's right there. I have 1 tablespoon of peanut butter right there. 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I have fresh garlic, fresh ginger right here, and I have fresh onions right here. I have 3 fresh tomatoes, which is I'm going to put it on later on, and I also have spinach as well. And this is our peanut butter. Palm nut cream that we are going to use, and that's what we're going to use. And I have 2 cups of water right there, and I have salt as well. So before we do anything, I'm going to cut everything into pieces into my blender, and then we are going to blend it. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. Alright, so I get all my ingredients into my blender. You may wonder why I'm blending the tomato paste and the peanut butter as well. Well, I have a reason. And if everything needs to be blended together, then you pour into it. Because if you put the tomato paste into the to the meat, then you have to keep on stirring it. But when you blend everything together, then you don't have to do much about it. So stay tuned, don't go nowhere. I'm going to blend it. I'm going to use about 1.5 cup of the water. Then I'll use the rest just to rinse the blender. And don't use too much water to steam the meat, because that's how your soup will taste good, okay? So follow what I'm doing and do exactly that. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. Okay, so I just get down with my ingredients, which is I just blended. I'm just scooping the tooth out. Okay, so this is how it looked. This is the tomato paste, ginger, garlic, grove, pepper, and also remember I used about 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Okay, this is how it looks. It looks a bit creamy, but don't worry, because the meat itself has some water in it. So don't add too much water, okay? If you want your soup to be tasty, don't add too much water. So I'm going to spread it around. Okay, remember the leftover water that I have. I'm just going to scoop a little bit into the eggs. I just want to make sure that I get everything in. Alright. Okay. Now that I get everything in, we are going to leave it to steam, and we will stir it gradually. Just leave it to make sure this is a little bit done. Okay. Alright, let's leave it for about 10 minutes, then we'll come back and stir it. Before I forget, let me add the salt to it as well. I'm not a big fan of salt. If you are, you can add more, but I'm going to add about maybe 1 tablespoon of salt, okay? Let me see if it is 1 table. Yeah, about that. 1 tablespoon of salt. Alright, now let's leave it to steam. It's been a few minutes. Let's see how it's doing. I told you not to add too much water into the meat, right? That is how your soup, most people, when they want to make a soup, they wonder why the soup doesn't taste good. Because they add too much water to the steaming. When you add too much water, it's like you're already cooking the soup already. You need to steam the meat, allow it to absorb, have the flavor, and that's how your soup is going to taste good. So like I did. It's still creamy, isn't it? But trust me, it won't take long. See how much water is out at the bottom. And that's how it's supposed to be. So if you want to make the best of soup, please don't add too much water, okay? I use 2 cups of water to blend, and that's the same water is steaming. So put into low heat, allow the meat to steam for about 30 minutes before you start the soup. So don't go nowhere. This is how it looks so far. We'll stir it again in a few minutes. All right, let's see how it's doing. Woo! Nice, nice, nice. So nice, nice. This is how it looks so far. I told you, see how many, let me bring the camera up. See how much juice is in it. Imagine if you have used a lot of water, then your soup may not be tasty the way it's supposed to be. That is why I advise you not to use too much water when you're steaming it. Okay. All right. I think it's doing great so far. I'm going to steam it for 30 minutes. Okay. You can steam it for 30 minutes or 45 minutes, which is okay already. I'm going to add my fresh tomatoes, which is nice and pre-washed as well. And let's give it about 10 minutes more because it's already steamed for 20 minutes. Then we'll start processing the rest of it. All right, it's been total of 30 minutes since we steamed the meat, and you can tell it still has some juice in it as well. All right, now the next procedure is you're going to add water. Just add water till it's almost full, like that. Okay. When you add the water, this is how much I add, okay? Allow the meat and everything to cook or to boil for at least 15 minutes, okay? The reason why is it needs to get or grab all the juice out from the meat, and also the sauce need to mix. I mean, the spices and everything need to mix together, okay? So if you're a first timer trying to make a nice palmnut soup, follow this procedure. So I'm going to stir it. All right, fantastic. Let's leave it to boil for 15 minutes. Then we add our peanuts. Our pine nut cream. All right, it's been 15 minutes since I put the water in, and that's how it looks. You can even taste it, that is soup tastes so good already. So there is no way your palmnut soup will not taste good. I know a lot of people have difficulties doing it. That's why I want to show you a simple and delicious and healthy way to make it. So I'm going to take all the tomatoes, and then the fresh tomatoes that I put it in, I'm taking it out. And I'm also taking the fresh onion that we use to steam. Why do I put that onion into it? It gives it a flavor. It makes it taste good, and it smells good as well. Remember, we are making the best soup, not just a soup. If you don't have time, my mother would say, if you don't have time, don't cook soup, because it takes time. It's time for our palmnut cream. How thick do you want it? Depends on how much you add it. I don't want my palmnut soup to be very, very thick. So I'm going to use about I would say half of it. You don't have to buy this particular one. You can buy any one of your choice, okay? All right, this is how much I use, and this is how it looks. I'm going to blend the tomatoes and onion and put it in as well. Stay tuned. All right, just blend the fresh tomatoes and onion in. So we're going to put it in and leave it to cook for about 15 minutes. And then if you don't want to add spinach or contomere into it, then your soup is ready. But if you want to add it, then you can go ahead and do so, okay? So it's all up to you. Basically, the soup is done. We're just gonna wait for about 15 minutes to let everything cook together. Then it's ready to serve. As you can see, it looks very nice and appetizing. It's not even done yet. When it's done, you can tell all this oil will come on. I do want to thank you for watching. Don't go nowhere. I'll show you when the soup is done. Okay, our soup is done, ready to serve. Yeah, I do want to thank you for watching. Like I said, if you want to add spinach, you can do so. I'm going to do so with mine, but I just want to show you that the soup is done. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. And it's bye-bye from Frema Shows. I love you all for watching. And please, let's learn how to cook. Bye.